Okay, welcome to video 1 on our Bonneville CycleKart that we are building. This is hopefully a series of videos on the building of our CycleKart. So the students and I have decided on building this. It's a 1910 Buick Bug. It's a very unique design. They moved the radiator to the top of the so that way the front end is aerodynamic and gives it a unique look. Just something the kids found, and we're going to kind of hopefully model after it. So let's go ahead and get started. So with doing this, I looked on Google Images and found a profile shot of it, and I placed it there on AutoCAD, the software we have here at the school, and scaled the photo down so that way we can find its length. So some of the measurements was 66 inches between center line of the wheel. And so here we'll just make a quick dimension of the measurements. So we got 5 feet 6 inches, which is 66 inches. So that's really cool that we were able to get it scaled down just right then. So let's go ahead and draw in the 1x3 framing that we can see kind of right through here, the middle of the car. So simple line command. Just going to pick a point here and just start. And this is 1x3 steel tubing. Couldn't find any 14 gauge, so ended up with 16 gauge steel. But build with what you get, and that's how it goes. So go ahead and simply here just made it into the car, drop down about 3 inches, and then go over to about the front of the car, and then go up 3 inches, and then close to complete the outline. And then go ahead and we'll see what we get there, and we'll move it so that way we can get a perfect angle on where it needs to be. Was having some issues with trying to do screen recording and using AutoCAD. My shortcut keys kept failing me, so it was fun trying to do this all at one time again and trying to remember all the strokes. Alright, so now we have our box frame, we have the ground, and so let's go ahead and start tracing the body. So I'm just, line command, just following the outline of the body itself, kind of guessing on the back. And, from some of the other photos, we know it doesn't go all the way back, the suspension. But we'll go ahead and just, following the body line of the vehicle in this profile view. And just following the cab right now. And we'll go ahead and follow the hood here and just go right under the radiator tubes and just go down to the front again. Once again, this just following the curve, and it will take a little bit here and following the artistic lines. So now we went ahead and pulled the image off so that way we can edit things, and we went ahead and smoothed up them lanes. We've also put in the engine box so that we have a roughly the size of it. It was quite tricky because, as we saw in the actual photo, the tail end is not as far out, but because the engine is in the rear, we had to do that. So hopefully it will fit. With removing the air box and the muffler, we should be able to get it to fit into that spot. So let's go ahead and start popping off some of these measurements real quick. So right now this one's going to be our ground clearance, which is going to be kind of an issue, high centering. So we're just 4 inches, 5 inches roughly from there to there. Then go ahead and get some of these other measurements. so that way we have an idea of the sizes of this. This is just a profile dimension and build of it, and then we'll go and start doing the front and the rear, and definitely add the suspension. This is just to see if we can scale it to fit our CycleKart, that it will be what is needed. So we'll just go ahead and sit here and just pop off these measurements so we can see at the end how big this thing really is. What is interesting as we're watching these numbers come up is they kind of fit closely to some of these other CycleKarts that we've also seen on the forum, and how close to some of the numbers that are constantly suggested for getting in and out of the cab, as well as leg clearance for the front. So it's actually kind of neat that the car lended to itself really easily for the shape of the CycleKart, being able to scale it down. We'll probably obviously find some challenges when we go to do the front and rear view or top view, being that we're going to have to scale it thinner than what would be a standard car. But really excited about how this one's coming out. The students are really loving it. We've already gotten the wheels, and we've been working with the machine shop teacher and teaching how to bore out the hubs, so that way we can put in actual automotive wheel bearings to handle the thrust and in the harder turns that we want to put onto this car. And the fact that we have the ability to do it, and let's do it. Let's do it right and teach the kids all this. So it's been an opportunity to teach the auto students how to use a Bridgeport and how to center up, and it's been really great being able to use many facets on this build, from drafting to math and trying to do the scaling, as well as problem solving as the engine compartment needing to be able to fit in there, as well as using the machine shop. And so it's been a great, let's use the magical term, STEM project. So let's hope that it will continue to develop and build, and keep following along with our build. And we'll be hopefully posting a video every other week on this. Just follow the Facebook page, Utah CycleKart, to see photos as it pops up. Alright, thank you very much, and go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying this.